Yeah. They can't hear the music, but I can. This is every Chris Tucker movie. Are we live? Yeah?
We go live.
Yeah, we are live and we are back at it, baby. It is Isaiah Williams. You're on the Zay Show, Latin Evolution Radio. And I'm here with the one and only JC. Okay, I got Isaias on the other side of me. We got the whole team in the building right now. We got good vibes going on. And we're just kind of going to continue the vibes in which we had from this last weekend. It was 4th of July, a crazy weekend, a lot of news, a lot of events happening there. But most of all, man, like we were on like a yacht. They brought Latin Evolution Radio to the party. We were at, no, I'm not ready for that yet. It was Latin night, Escape Latin night, okay, on, I don't know what the boat was called. It was absolutely nuts. We can shout out the DJs. We got DJ
Muncia, Angel Ramirez, DJ Leia Tiburon,
exactly.
Michael Joe Fabs.
Bro, I was just about to say the same thing. I'm working on my, the rolling of the, yeah, I'm getting there, but I just want to say thank you to all of them for having us. Absolutely amazing vibes, slowing down on the tequila, switching to the beers, but it was just such a good vibe. My hips can still feel the movement. Man, JC, how did you like it, man? You were there with me. You saw us vibing.
I'm telling you, man, we're having such a good time, man. I know. Thank you. Like you said before, man. It comes out to Angel Ramirez always giving us the best time, the best parties in town. I'm telling VIP all the time, baby, all the time. I know. We have such a great time, and I know, man. It's such a cool time because I saw you dancing. I'm telling you, man, you went crazy, man. You were crazy. I'm telling you, in fact, you and Hodari, I'm telling you, you guys opened the dance floor. That's something that it was amazing seeing you guys breaking the ground. You know what I mean?
Bro,
with that reggaeton and perreo.
See, that's exactly what I told you when I joined, bro. I was just like, when I wanted Hodari to come on and we go to these clubs and such, I wanted to bring such a vibe where, because I know whenever me and Hodari, all of us groups, we used to call each other the Silverbacks, like the little gorillas, right? We used to just take a room and just own it.
And shout out to Paul too, man.
Man, bro, more than a shout out to Paul, bro. Paul is the brother. He also helped look out for me the whole time, and he's also the co-host on Too Cold TV. We need everybody to tune into that as well. But yeah, dude, shout out to Paul and the Red Bottoms. I saw a lot of Red Bottom shoes out on the yacht.
Gosh, yes.
I got $1,000 pair here, there. I'm over here up in the Hey Dudes that were like $60, still feeling fly, But it was absolutely nuts, dude. Like those vibes were so good. I just want to say thank you for bringing us there.
Are you still tired from that?
Man, that messed up my everything. I'm more than tired. My whole body, I feel like I lost 15 pounds that day. And it's okay. It was good. It was worth it.
Man, you were all over the boat, man. I'm telling you, man, you did really good, man. You started, from the beginning and end. You were you're smashing everybody, having a good time. I'm telling you, man, your vibe is freaking crazy. I'm telling you, man.
Appreciate that.
I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you.
Hey, we came a far way from the first show that we had here.
Oh yeah,
too.
definitely.
That was a minute ago that he brought me on, just thinking just kind of putting me out there, and I was so nervous to be put behind the mic or behind the screen, and the fact we've been doing big things with Latin Evolution Radio as a team and just kind of coming very far. We're getting crazy. I got somebody that just reached out to me. He's an artist by the name of Party Alone. Okay. And he's from Big Lake or Becker, one of the two. And he moved out to LA. He has a song right now that's at 2.9 million views on YouTube. It's called Not a Home. I need everybody to check that out.
Gosh, man, that song is so deep.
Dude.
It's crazy. And when you we were driving, we were driving to the studio last week, and you were like, JC, man, I'm telling you, you have to listen to this dude. And I'm telling you, he almost in my tears, man. It's so deep, the song. I'm telling you, it's so freaking deep. And
that's in times like this right now in the world, we need deep stuff like that because it's okay for men to be emotional. Because right now, I don't think some men can even have conversations without wanting to shoot each other.
Oh my gosh, now we're going deeper.
Yeah, and then something that needs to be talked about because more recently, there's all these people think that it's they can't handle things one-on-one like it used to be. They can't do things like what it was before, and now it just so happens like there was a shooting in Minneapolis. I saw it recorded.
Yes.
There's literally people they were in an altercation, it seemed, and one guy seemed to just sneak punch somebody, and then next thing you know, they both pull out their sticks, and then they start shooting each other like it was 4th of July. And then what else happened?
In St. Cloud, man.
Yeah, not even just St. Cloud. You got Illinois. You got Philadelphia.
Yes.
all these mass shootings that are happening around the time where we're supposed to be representing our freedom, and we're honestly going a little too crazy with it. It's sad. Rest in peace to the people in which that were lost in this past weekend.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about how such
yes,
a
I
good time
think
we had.
we lost the respect for for the human beings.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm not talking about that you don't if you want to own a gun, it's fine, but you need to have respect for other people that's around you. You know what I mean? It's like we lost what a human being is about.
But a lot of those people don't.
Love.
Why would they respect somebody else if they don't respect themselves? JC?
Exactly. No, you're right, 100% about that.
You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
I think that they need to figure out who they are first before even understanding.
Yeah.
Another person, and I think that might be the key here. Is you got to find out who you are. You got to take those bad days and be like, okay, it's okay to have that, dude. And on top of that, you got monuments being taken down.
My gosh, I'm telling you, man, this week has been so crazy,
man. I got a whole list right here of things that I want to talk about.
You're talking about the Georgia Guidestones.
Yeah, the Georgia Guidestones.
Crazy, man.
Like for people that don't know, what the Georgia Guidestones are, they are a monument that was set up in the end of
1980.
Yep, 1970s, 1979, 1980 is when it was established, and it was a monument that was set up in the top 8 languages around the world. Okay, and some people think that it's something to do with the New World Order.
Yes, a lot of people say
population
that.
control.
Yeah,
how to treat people on this earth, but then there's also secret messages on the stones as well, on like secrets to life, I should say. There's even a slit in this rock, JC, that sees like the North Star no matter what time you look at it. And the other side, it'll tell you like the winter and summer solstice. And all this was done in the 1980s. And you got to keep in mind, these are the 8 languages that are written on this. This is what's nuts. You got Arabic, English, Hebrew, Hindu, Russian, Spanish, Swahili, and traditional Chinese. All written down in the 80s. Crazy. And the old Greece, like I don't know what the Greece language would be when it's written or such, and Egyptian hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
All this on a monument in which that was vandalized by somebody, don't know who.
Well, it was vandalized twice, because I remember, like, I think 2008.
See, I wasn't around.
That was when they did a graffiti, and that's why they put the cameras, because in the beginning they didn't have cameras in the monuments. So they came and they destroyed the building. They put graffiti, and they installed the monument. They decided to put cameras to see just to look at the building, to look at the stones again.
So that happened in 2008 when we had
2008, yes, when they had the first attempt to just like vandalize.
Yeah, but what else happened in 2008? Pretty sure that's the recession time.
Yeah, you're right about that too. You know what I mean? But at the same time, the funny thing
timing
about this too is like in the stones, when it reaches the stones, says like we need to keep. That's what they say, that is a new world order, and they're attacking the stones because they were saying like the population need to be under 500 million people, to control.
I didn't even get to that
world.
point. Yeah, because that's exactly what the stones are. For the people that are watching, there are literally 10 basically new commandments.
Yes.
That is what some people would look at them as, listed on these stones. And I have them written here because they're absolutely nuts. Okay. Maintain a population of 500 million and lower within nature, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Reproduce wisely. Crazy timing for them to say that.
Exactly.
Crazy timing. We all know what law just fortunately passed. United humanity with a new living language. Okay. Rule with passion, faith, and tradition. Protect people and nations with fair laws and courts. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in court. Avoid petty laws. Balance personal rights with social duties. Prize truth, beauty, and love in seeking harmony with the infinite. And be not a cancer on the earth. Which is basically saying, like, leave room for nature. And as of today, the government took it down, or whoever took it down, because it was supposedly not safe to.
The state of Georgia decided to.
The state of Georgia did, which I think that's going to go down in history books. I mean, we talk about how the pyramids were built and all this and that. I mean, but that was a thing that was lost and forgotten. Obviously, it happened, and I'm just seeing history happen right in front of us where, like, will this be forgotten? Where do these rules even come from? Who even did that? You know what I mean? And some of them actually very much maintain to what's going on right now that we all could take tips from.
Well, I think right now the whole world is going upside down, with with government, you know what I mean, with power. Everybody want to get the power, you know what I mean? Everybody want to rule the world, And I think
correct.
when we want to rule the world, we forget about human beings. We forget about our brothers and sisters. We forget about color is king, you know. It's all about the money at the end. You know, you want to control. And you want to control the masses, you know. I know we hear all the time that they want to control the internet.
Yeah.
So if they control the internet, that's you know, it's gonna block a lot of people to be free. You know, like for example, what happened in Egypt a few years ago. No.
What happened in Egypt?
And when they took the government down, you know what I mean? Like the government decided to block the internet, you know what I mean? But it's immediately Twitter came, you know. So they used different social medias to bring the government down, and finally they were free, you know what I mean? And
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah. So they always try to bring stuff down, and you know, like for example, back in the days when we have the Nazis, you know, I remember that
the Nazis.
Yeah, Hitler too. Like the media is so powerful, you know, and they're trying to always like give you bad news or good news, and they can manipulate you in so many ways. And that's why, you know, like a person like you, like right now, saying topics like this, you know, the guys talking stuff like that. You know, sometimes we don't read. Sometimes we just listen to, you know, Facebook and stuff like that without having no knowledge what's happening.
Man, I was reading today.
We are so focused on all these stupid things. For example, like one of the things that I learned from my dad, you know, who's, you know, I mean, he loved history, and he always said, like, in the times of Rome, the Romans used to control people, used to say, like, give to the people circus and bread, and you control the masses. So if you compare the circus and bread to this time, what is our circus and bread of this time? Our TikToks, our fake reality shows.
That's a circus, right?
That's a circus. Okay. So what's the bread? The bread is all the sugar that we eat all the time to make you fat.
No, well, I think the bread is more or less the money, because we feel like that's what we need.
Exactly. So, you know, but it repeats the circle. It recycles the same, you know. So I think you're right, bringing the guys down, saying like we lost something that is important.
We're losing more than something that's important. More than that. Like literally, we are losing history.
Yes.
And they're going to rewrite it. I mean, if we were to rewrite it right now, you could literally take some famous person and just go write up 10 new commandments or 10 new laws that they think is fine now, because we are kind of going off of what the old school, like I always kind of had a problem with this. Like, why are we going by rules that were fine when racism was allowed, when we were totally closed off to everybody, and we were just in a whole nother situation where the world that we're living is not anything close to what those rules were back in the day. I don't want to hear any rules that were written by someone that had a slave, if you want to ask me honestly. So I was kind of so interested when I heard that there were stones written up with 10 new commandments.
But this is the thing, right? This is the thing. Say, you know what? There's a lot of rules, and there's a lot of that they still, until right now, 2022, they still they're not out of the law of the cities. For example, I used to live in St. Cloud, Florida. Okay, in a small town of St. Cloud, Florida. St. Cloud, Florida, next to Kissimmee, Florida. And I remember in the laws of the city, they used to say after 5 o'clock, nobody of color can walk the streets of St. Cloud, Florida.
What?
And they're still on the law. But because we were in these times, things were changed. People, you know, if you were Black or Latino, you could still walk around the town. But they still was on the law of the city. And they were suing the city for that reason, because, you know, it's just crazy. Even in the 2000s, it's still having that law, even though they were not practicing, but still the law was there.
Yeah, so, right, exactly. There was enough people that agreed to be like, yep, that's a good enough law. You know, like it really just takes those people like, okay, all together and like, yep, that's law. That's so irritating.
Yeah, it is crazy. You know, I mean, we're still like in the 20s, you know, 2020, 2022, and we still have to deal with this bullshit. You know,
man, slavery's not over. It just looks nicer.
Yes, exactly. You know what I mean? And
that's my honest truth on it.
No, and I agree with you.
Because it hasn't went anywhere. We all wake up thinking that we just need to abide by these things in which we need to go to work. We need to, I get so passionate behind it. Okay, so we need to wake up. We need to go to work. We need to have this job to make our car payment, to do something, to just basically please somebody else. But there's somebody else that woke up and they're like, okay, I'm going to do this differently.
Yeah.
And I envy those people because they live life with no guards up, you know, or nothing that's going to hold them back because they're just living.
Yeah, it's for example, you know what I mean? Like, and we have to, and this is not about like, some people say like, oh my gosh, you focus on that. We're not really focused on this. It's just we talk about reality, the things that's happening out there.
Yeah,
you know, take a look at that kid who was shot, 60 times, 30 times?
Bro.
Come on, man, for real? Like, do you really have to shoot that kid like 30, 60 times? You know what I mean?
And then the guy who did the mass shooting didn't even get shot.
So
as fucked up as that is, I'm not saying he.
You know what I mean? So that's what you wondering is, okay, so are we apples to apples, or really it's not that way? You know what I mean? And it's, you know, it's such a hard thing right now, what we're going through right now, because, you know, it's sad what we're seeing every single day out there. You know, knowing that your kids are gonna grow up in this environment like that.
That's honestly why I haven't had kids yet. Well, that's not why, but it's something that I'm happy I don't have kids yet, because it's very scary where this world's at. But at the end of the day, we all keep saying like, oh, we need to do better as Americans. We need to do better as people. Like, when are we going to be better? But the question for everybody is, it's not going to just be one day where we wake up and it's going to be better.
And the thing with America, I do believe that, I think the reason why we are where we are right now is because we forgot the basics of America. You know what I mean? Like, if you study the whole country, you know how, like, you know, like the English came here to America, you know, there were Indians here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come on, for real. You know what I mean? And so they were not really like this. It was really the white people or black people, and it was just it's a melting pot.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And if we don't accept that we're a melting pot, it's not like about whites or blacks or Latinos or Asians. It's about melting pot. If we don't come together in one accord, you know, we're going to destroy our country. You know what I mean? And we're destroying the country because, you know, everybody's pulling for their side. You know, say like, oh, this is for me, and we don't understand, you know, who got control.
Well, okay, yeah, okay. Let me hit this. I got it.
Hit it hard.
Yeah,
bro.
I definitely got it. Because if you want to talk about that, that's something very interesting in regards to what America was founded on. What were the reasons for it? But I have a firm belief. You say melting pot, but they need to understand that they were brought over here for the fact it was a melting pot first. They weren't the first people here.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I still think, actually, as of I don't even think some African Americans are African Americans. If you really want to dive into it, I think that we weren't even brought over here sometimes. Sometimes I believe that we were here as a people before that were erased and got taught that we came over here.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
And that's a whole nother conversation. I don't have the facts on it. I don't know exactly what happened. And that's what scares me, JC, about history, is history is written off the winners. And I'm saying we don't know what the truth is. We don't know what really happened in those days except for word of mouth. And still to this day, like, what is going on right now and what is going on in our world today, what's going to be written down is literally what the winners are writing. Like I just read an article the other day. This is how much they own the internet and how much it can influence the youth. And it was about medical marijuana in Minnesota. And it was to the point where they were talking about how I saw a post where it says, you know, weed's legal in Minnesota and it's edibles. You know, and everyone's like, yeah, they were like, I'm about to get fucked up. I'm like, dude, like, come on, bro. Like, it was illegal before that. And it was literally on a whole nother level, to the point where no one wants to click the source. No one wants to read into it, because now those people that were getting 50 milligram dosage are going to have to they only can get 5 milligram dosage, but they're used to getting that 50 milligram dosage. So, like, let's say you have a headache every single day, right? And you're used to taking an ibuprofen that.
Exactly. Yes.
Right? And now they filter that ibuprofen in like a 20th of it, or whatever the exact math on it, you know, a 10th of it.
They make more money like that.
Correct. And they make a lot more money off of it, because now you got to buy 10 of them to feel what you were feeling off one.
And that's what I was telling you, man. It's all about the money at the end.
The money and control.
And the money and control, like the circus and the bread.
Yes.
The same thing that the Romans did, circus and bread, and this is what they're feeding us every single day in the media, you know what I mean, and everything, in the government, you know, circus and bread is what they're giving us.
Right.
And
so
if
what's
you open
the
your eyes,
bread?
you know what I mean, the bread you say was the money. That's something that I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
And the circus is all the media that we have, you know what I mean, all that, you know, because, you know, you put all your time into TikToks, you know, the Facebook, the Instagram, you put like lots of time on it.
Yeah.
So you don't have time to really read the source. Like, for example, like I guarantee you that if we talk right now, a lot of people about what are the guy stones, people's like, is that in Europe?
Bro, no one, I didn't know what they were. I had no idea. It took me being on TikTok to see like this monument getting taken down. I was like, no, don't you dare take down my monument. And then I'm over here like, what is that monument? You know,
Exactly.
like I have no idea on what is actually going on. But I struggle with that too. I mean, I'll see a news post or anything nowadays, scroll past it, doesn't affect me. I struggle with it.
No, but
so bad.
But it's good that you bringing this topic up, because, you know, we I mean,
complacent.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't affect me, why would I look into it? But then I actually I did my due diligence. That was a good word, of actually reading into an article, and I was just like, okay. And one thing we learned in school is actually to check the source. Okay.
Exactly. Yes.
Now these kids, I guarantee you, they're not, because they have their phones right in front of them for instant gratification. If there's a question, they can answer it right there. They don't need to actually look into the problem solving or how to think.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're not thinking. Like, they'll have their own knowledge in their own ways, but it's going to be a totally different way of thinking of past generations. Because we have to actually find a problem, figure out problem and
solution.
Correct, problem and solution. But then also what comes after that. If I say this is what they're going to say. Okay, and then I'm in trouble for this. I don't think people think that right away. They immediately get mad and then bang.
It's because I think we live in something that I always say to everybody. We're living in a drive-through society.
Drive-through society?
Drive-through society, yeah. Drive-through is like you walk to the speaker, hey, give me a burger, hot dog, and whatever, and you drive fast. You want everything fast. You don't want to go to the process. You know what I mean? So we forgot the process. You know what I mean? That you had to put the seed on the ground, and it takes a little bit of few months. You had to be diligent to put in the water, let the sun hit it. You know, man, you will see the fruit. You know
I'm so confused on what you're talking about. What do you mean drive-through? I'm thinking of like
the drive-through mentality is like we want something fast. The fast food we want. So the fast food doesn't never really feed you right.
Instant gratification.
That's what I'm saying. The drive-through mentality.
Yeah, now I get what you're saying. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in live. I just want to shout out everybody right now. Oh shoot, I just hit my mic. Can you hear it?
And one of the things that you say too is like, about the history. Like for a long time, my dad always said that if you don't know your history, the history will repeat on you. You know what I mean? So if we don't, like, the shows like you, where you always bring in topics like this one, about like lifting people up, empower people, read the news, read the source.
But they can cancel me at any time.
They can cancel you. They can kill you. You know what I mean? They can do anything they want. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's just, you have a voice.
Right.
And you have let me tell you that, you have the balls to say it.
Yeah.
Because people don't have the balls to say stuff like that. You know what I mean? And your show is like really impressive because you always have the impetus. You know what? I'm just going to say it. And if I lose some friends, I don't give up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly. I really don't, because I don't wake up
with
them, and I'm not going to bed with them either.
Yeah. So you know what I mean. And I think it's good for you to say it how it is.
Yeah.
Because I do believe people will respect that. You are one of the few who really say how it is, and put your feelings out there.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. I definitely appreciate that. I love. I like being blunt. I like saying what's on my mind, and I've always been told to do so. Actually, speaking of, I have someone just reached out to me for my voice. Okay,
nice.
Not in a bad way, but just in regards to emceeing an event. I've never emceed an event.
And that's gonna be crazy excited, man.
We have a huge event coming on. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, tacos and margaritas.
Tacos and margaritas.
It's a 5K run.
Yeah,
okay,
awesome.
I know all you guys are looking. You're like, dang, Zay, Mr. Fit Body, Mr. Big Body, Mr. Yeah, just kidding. I'm gonna be there on the mic promoting all you guys to keep running. Okay.
You're gonna be with sweet Lila too.
I'm gonna be with Lila.
Let's give a shout out. Let's give a shout out to Lila.
Shout out to Lila Orsi. She is one of the best in the business.
And KC too, man.
Minnesota. You were let me get there.
Minnesota Latinos. You know what I mean? Come
Minnesota
on.
Latinos. KC met
KC
on the party. We met him at the party.
Yes.
I know you knew him previously, but I met him at this recent party at Escape Nightlife on the yacht. And he came up to me. He's like, "Hey, I saw your videos, man. I love your energy." And at that point, I was a little socially nervous. I was just like, "Oh, thank you. Thanks for watching the Zay Show."
You hit the tequila.
Yeah. And then you give me a shot of tequila, and then it's DJ, play that music.
Yeah. that's what the hips didn't lie.
Yeah. The hips don't lie. Let me tell you something, because they really don't.
Wow, man. That's the Jewish in you, man.
It's something in me. I promise you. It's something in me. Hey. See, now I automatically just want to start drop it.
Drop it like it's hot.
Yeah, something like that. But I just want to say thank you for everybody who's been supporting the Zay Show, Latin Evolution Radio, all the people who've downloaded the app.
Man, it's so impressive, man. I'm telling you, like, since the moment that you start, man, to now, it's crazy how many supporters you have, man. People like freaking love you, man. And I have to say it, man. You know what I mean? Like,
thank you.
And it's like, we're all proud of you, man, because, like, your story, your background and everything, being in the car business, always empowering people, bringing the right guests here to the show.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, man, it's amazing trip that we're having with you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Sometimes I forget about the story because it's just been, I felt like I got out of the story and then into Latin Evolution Radio, and then it's like.
Yes, it's been crazy, man. You know what I mean? And all the trips all the way from St. Cloud here, you know what I mean? And all those talks that we have for long, you know what I mean? It's been crazy. People don't understand sometimes, that it's a price that we're paying, to inform you guys, to make sure it's giving you the best that he have.
Yes, exactly. It is part of a process. I mean, like I said, I work, if anyone knows anything about the car business, okay, it is the fact that we put in so many hours. Is that right?
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
It was your day off today, right?
Exactly.
You worked this morning?
I was there.
Yeah,
I was there helping.
Exactly. I'll tell you, that's the car business. I've dealt with a couple customers today, but I know if I don't respond to
and
them,
if you have to say he's one of the best salesmen in St. Cloud, because I'm one of the best ones too. You have to say in my case.
Yes, I say Jeremiah. Well, trust me, I'm about to. I'm just trying to get the camera switched over here real quick. All right. So obviously, if anyone's looking for a brand new Ford, hit up my boy JC Campos at 1040 Ford. We actually got the GM of 1040 Ford, David Rodriguez.
Coming too.
Amazing guy, an absolutely amazing guy. He gave me a chance back when I had actually worked at 1040, and he kind of took me underneath his wing, and I'm super excited because look at this circle of life on how this has happened.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Because now he's about to be sitting here on the show, right?
Yes.
And he's going to be on your show.
In our home, our house.
In our house.
Our
okay.
House, yes.
But now, how did that happen? And word of mouth, me and you meeting, then you going 1040, me. I'm at McKay's. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Chris too. We gotta give thumbs up to Chris.
Trust me, Chris is going to be coming on. He's a manager who gave me confidence in being.
And we gotta shout out to Chris
myself.
Too,
exactly.
Yeah. Amazing manager too, man. Amazing manager. A guy who really put his heart to us. Me giving us. Well, Chris more than me, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know both more,
and it's just, I really want to thumbs up to Chris, man, because he always encourages us to move forward. He's always telling me, see, you can do it, you can make it. Come on, give all you have, man. And that's kind of nice to have that too. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to forget about him,
No, yeah, no, you can't. You definitely can't forget about Chris.
Yeah.
But you can't forget about anyone there. It's just, I forgot what I was talking about.
You're talking about the circle of life.
I don't think I was talking about the circle of life, but the circle of life is beautiful.
Okay, maybe Hakuna Matata.
Oh, okay. Now you're really losing me here, man. You're really losing me. It was the second you cut me off. I hate being cut off. You're lucky you're you, because but
next time just slap me, bro. Slap me.
Oh, I got nothing right now.
You were telling about the circle of life. You say how the connection between you and me. Then I know Dave. Then he's coming around, and now Dave.
Yeah.
The way
exactly. Winning. But that's not what I was talking about. But I'm happy that all did happen, because it took me doing some videos, JC messaging me getting out of my comfort zone, and we met up that one day, and you basically interviewed the hell out of me, almost made me cry.
You did cry?
Yeah, because you brought up parts of me that I haven't noticed about myself. You made me really analyze myself, but it took me being uncomfortable to get to this whole point of the Zay Show. Now we've been doing this for months. We've had amazing guests. We've had artists. We've had, not only just artists, we've had models. We've had beautiful, beautiful women. Okay. Yes. And then we've also had some of the most creative people ever that are just coming that want to speak to the people and speak those voices that they have and actually do something great for themselves. And get out of that comfort zone themselves. Because I guarantee you, not a single person was comfortable on this mic coming here immediately. And now I still got some of these youthful people reaching out to me, and just, it's not even about the show. It's just about life. And I love that, because that's what the point was. And
one of the things that I want to really touch on based on this is, I hear so many artists that came here, from their own mouth and saying if you were not, nobody gave me an opportunity to be on the radio. Nobody gave me an opportunity to be online live and see, and you call them and you tell them, hey, come into a show, and people who love you, man, respect you now, and it's such a nice, it's really nice to see those people, man, that are really grateful with you.
Yes.
Because, you give them opportunity, especially in the music basis, when it's so hard to get, man, on the radio or, be listening live with their music and stuff like that. And they appreciate that, man, and they follow you and they tell their friends, and that's what we are here right now, man.
And we've already had over I want to say over 10 different artists already. It's been crazy. All the way from Tello, Sen23, Gizo the Rugged. We got Kaleidoscare. We've had True Dempsey, which is actually just came out with his
Dempsey, man, that's nice.
Debut album. I need everybody to check that out. True Timing. And it actually, listen to this. My boy listen to this, because you met him. Placed number 38 for album in America.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
And it is right now in top charts and rap and that.
And he gave you the sneakers too, man.
Yeah, and he gave me a set of Jordans, bro.
That was so nice, man.
I didn't expect that. I didn't need that, but I'll tell you this, I very much love that, because the thought
If you don't need it, you can always give it to me, man.
Nah. But I am going through my closet, actually. I'm going to be giving away some dress clothes, actually, to the youth, because I want to help them actually get a...
I need someone to see everybody's shorts. Everybody's shirts.
Yeah. I'm going to have to find them, I'm going to have to find them. But I want to do that. I want to come up with a little gift bag or gift box.
That's nice,
of me giving back to someone who wasn't so fortunate. Maybe somebody's not as fortunate to get a job, be it sales or what, because they don't even know how to dress like that. I mean, it took me having to Google how to tie a tie, how to look nice, certain type of things that I had to do. When was I supposed to tuck in my shirt? What kind of socks am I supposed to wear with dress shoes? Like, all that stuff's intimidating if you never grew up with that, okay? So, like, if I can give that back to somebody, teach them how to do so, walk them how to go through an interview, and help them potentially get a job that could change their life, dude, I am so blessed to do that. And I'm going to come up with that, and I'm going to do a little giveaway for my show, I think. And because I don't need all them clothes. I've been fluctuating in weight so dang much that it's just like, whatever. Now I just wear polos, and because that's kind of the car business. The first couple dealerships I was at, I had to wear suits.
Exactly.
Yeah, now it's polos, and so now I'm just a little more lax. Still great deals at McKay's. If anyone needs a car, truck, van, SUV, 320-380-4711, and that is the number that'll get you right. I'll get you tight.
You got some nice Jeeps, man, in that place.
Oh, man. I got more than nice Jeeps.
Nice,
Rumor has it Jeep's nicer than Bronco.
Oh man, now you hurt my feelings, bro.
Yeah, you can talk about the Bronco on your show.
Oh,
today it's Jeep's Mopar. You need to come on into McKay's, baby, new, used. And actually, like, if you don't know how to buy a car or a house, reach out, because a lot of people don't know how to do so. I got one of the best realtors right next to me, Isaias. And if you have any questions, he'll answer that in English or Spanish. Okay. And then me, I mean, I'll potentially help you out on getting a new car. But you guys got to expect, like, you can't just message me asking how much money you need down on a Hellcat. It doesn't work like that. Mm-hmm. It really doesn't work like that. But I'll tell you how to get the Hellcat. It might just, I tell people on their first car, I don't know, you got to use this line once, if you're showing a used car. You're not marrying her, you're just dating her.
Yeah, exactly.
you only need to get a couple years out of this. And maybe it's the one for you for life, but there's a chance that you might upgrade here.
But
here's this Ford Focus.
You married your Mercedes, man.
Yeah, I married my Mercedes.
You married your Mercedes.
Yeah, I married that. I have to be married to it. Shoot. Yeah, we all know how.
I'm telling you guys, man, having a ride, the Mercedes Benz to all the way to it's like we're kind of luxury, man. It's like we're going to the Say show,
Hey, thank you for everybody in my live. I want to shout out some people in my live real quick. We got Jadalyn, Shayna, Jasmine, Zach, Bailey, Melody, Zach, Justin, Allie, Brent, Lexi, Tony, Jason, Sierra, Joshua, Sharon, Aaron, Drilla, Aaron. Oh, geez, we got a lot of people in here. Sharon, Paul, Madeline. Okay. Shacademic, Sammy, Skippy. Man,
shout out to Checademic too, man. He was here like 3-4 weeks ago too, man. He's such a great guy too, man.
You want to know something
He's
so
crazy
about that?
TikToker. He's a crazy TikToker.
He is a crazy TikToker who actually can impersonate Terrence Howard like perfectly. That's what made him famous on TikTok. Just so we all know, it was absolutely nuts, and he's got a personality that's crazy. But where he lives is the first house that I lived in St. Cloud.
Are you serious?
Same exact townhome.
That's crazy, man.
Same exact, because I hung out with him. I went over there and we were talking about business ideas and such like that, and how we can, because he does video editing and stuff.
Exactly, yes.
And I was just like, perfect. Well, if you want to do it for the Zay show, I'd love for you to do that. And I walk in the house and keep my aunt sitting outside. And I've never been to this neighborhood in probably years.
Wow.
I used to walk to this neighborhood. And, I used to get my ass beat in this neighborhood. Now I just pulled up in my Mercedes Benz.
Yeah.
And I was with Paul. So Paul pulled up in his too. So we're both in there. And then there's a lady sitting out on the steps.
I probably thought you guys were the Sopranos or something.
You know what I mean?
Tony Soprano.
She goes, "Is that you, nephew?" And I'm just like, "No way." And then she goes, "Yeah, bro lives in the same place that you grew up in."
That's crazy, man.
And it just made me show like this earth is so small.
It is, man. It is.
This earth is so small, or else I'm getting huge.
You know what? It's so small, man. I was flying all the way. Yeah. I was flying to Peru one time, And I remember being in Miami, you know, I mean, meeting a friend who was going to Europe. Like we both get at the same airport at the same time, you know, what I mean, without even knowing that he was going to Europe and I was going to Peru.
No
Crazy.
way.
I'm serious, man. We were like, holy crap, are you serious? Where are you going? He's like, I'm going to Europe, and I was going to South.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man. So I'm telling you, it's such a small world. You never know who you're gonna meet, or who you're gonna affect, or who you're gonna like help.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, that's absolutely nuts. Oh, I just noticed I forgot to talk about one thing on my list here.
Bring it up. Bring it up.
Man, St. Cloud's getting crazy lately.
Oh man. Oh man.
Absolutely nuts. Well, right when I first walked in, I mean, Isaias even heard about it in regards to, we just had a shooting of 4 people that were shot. Thank the Lord, nobody was killed. There was a 15-year-old who was hit in the head, but has survived from the sounds of it. But also, it was just last night, I was sitting on my phone, Facebook Live, and somebody was on live, and I'm just seeing these kids just beating each other, bro. Just absolutely beating them. Then you got the older one that you should be looking up to yelling, beat it. It's like, bro, these kids like have a whole life in front of them, and you're ready to you want your views to go up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all he was worried about.
That's sad, man.
It's more than sad, because I guarantee you that has something to do with somebody getting shot. I mean, I know I'd get pissed. I'm not saying I would necessarily do that, but we wonder why all these shots are going off, or why there's, like I said, cause and effect.
Yeah.
I don't think people can understand how to talk about a situation, or more or less fight them once, bro. No one knows how to put the hands up, settle it, and you can shake hands after fighting. I'm not recommending all you youngins to go out fighting everybody, but I'm saying you can do it, shake hands, and that person will respect you a lot more. It's a lot better than shoot the shot that will get you in a sport, not the one that will get you in a court.
Yes, exactly. I like that.
Yeah, I wrote that down in my when I was in treatment. I have a journal of different like kind of bars that I used to write out, and that was one of them.
Wow.
That was one of them. I'll have to bring that on to the Zay Show once and recite it, because the words could definitely motivate the youth right now.
No, we need that, man. We need leaders right now. You know, we need the right leaders to step up to the plate.
Yeah.
And teach the younger generation, you know, what's coming. You know what I mean?
What do you think is coming? How do you see this world going right now from everything you've seen? Because you've been on this earth a little longer than I.
Yes, you know what?
Where are we going?
There's hope, man. There's hope. I think there's a lot of people who want to step up. Like, for example, like right now we have in next after our show we're gonna have David Rodriguez who's coming with a nice story. There's always redemption out there, man. You know what I mean? I think what the media is showing us is the bad days, but you know there's more good days to the bad days. You know, because the rain is not every single day doesn't rain.
Oh.
We're gonna have rain once in a while. You know what I mean? And it's part.
Yeah.
Pain is part of growing.
Yeah. Correct.
Pain is part of growing. So we're gonna have people who's going to jail. We're gonna have people who's gonna die.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we do have people who's ready to step up to the plate, and we have to keep encouraging. For example, when I met you, man, and I want to see this online right now. When I follow you for a long time, say, and I saw your potential, but it was on me saying like I'm gonna go find this guy and tell him the potential that he has. I have 2 options: me saying no, I don't want to follow this guy and I don't want to go see him, or me, saying like I'm gonna put money on this guy because I know he's gonna be able to do it. And what I did, I said the message. You have a choice. You told me I don't want to talk to this guy, or maybe let me listen to this guy. You came to me. You meet with me. We talk. You said you were crying. Yeah, we talked something that it was important for both of us. We both feel like yin and yang together because I saw the potential, and you see the potential now in you, and now you have the responsibility to bring the next, your next, younger.
Yeah.
Because I did my part. So when I leave this planet Earth, if I die before you, you can say when I'm dying, say like this guy, JC Campos, put me where I am right now. And the day that I die, somebody's going to say they did what JC Campos did to him. So we have a responsibility as a human beings to lift others up and not give up on the dark moments, on darkness, on everything that is trying to, get us.
Yeah, we need to get that light back.
Yeah, and that's what I always say, like you are a voice, and you are the prophet. And I always say, guys, to everybody, I say at Jeremiah, you are the prophet of truth.
Thank you.
And man. I'm happy and I'm proud of you.
I appreciate that. Thank you, man. I'm proud of you too, man. We've came a far way, and I got you brought this up actually, and this kind of makes me really think because bad stories or bad news, like the dark seems to be shared more than the good. And I was talking to my manager about this the other day. Where do like most of these recent shootings that have been going on, I heard one of them, the reason why he did it is because he saw the praise that the other shooter got down in Texas. Okay, so now you got to look at the stem of that. How do you stop something like that, right? Maybe don't share it on social media. Don't talk about it, right? Because that's what social media is. We're seeing everything on the other side of the world, be it, and it's going to be all the bad stuff. You're not going to see like, oh, the rainbow was over New York today. If you do, that was lucky. But I'm saying it's literally all these bad things that we see, and it starts polluting the mind because you wake up, the first thing you see is shooting. Okay. And let's say you went to bed the night before not knowing who you were or what you were going to do, and that was it. Maybe you could finally be recognized if you do something like that. Maybe that's what something like that's thinking. But we're filling people's heads with bad stuff. And what else are they going to think about? Of course it's going to be something bad. Yes. They don't know their options of good. They didn't see the one kid make it across America with a penny for, I don't know if you heard about that, but there was a YouTuber who did that, and made over like 1 million meals for the homeless, okay? Yeah. But it's going to take one story of like the bad day, and that will go a lot more viral than anything, and it'll pollute the kids' minds a lot more than that too. So like if I can be that voice of my generation or the people like of my age that want to talk about the truth or talk about the light, I will be that. And I don't want to always talk about only bad days, but there's beauty in the struggle.
It's beauty in the struggle. It's beauty in the pain. And one of the things I want to tell you to say is like, years ago, like you say right now, like something that I came to my mind when you told me, like, I have a lot of clothes and I'm going to give it away. I'm going to give something good. You don't have to be rich to give back.
No, not at all.
That's the problem that people have. People have like, I'm going to be rich. Soon as I have a lot of money, I will give. You will never give with a lot of money, because if you don't know how to give when you didn't have nothing, when you have a lot of money, you will not give anything.
Yeah, why would you give anything?
Yes. I remember that one time, and one day I just wake up and say, I'm going to have a lot of water behind my car and put a lot of ice, and I'm going to drive. And if I see homeless, I'm going to give it to them. The moment that I bought him in Walmart, we put ice, I drove, man, outside my house, and immediately a guy was on the road in the street, just like laying down there. I stopped the car. I give one to him. I get out, man. I get out and give water. Hey, this is water for you. And he told me, I don't need it, man, but thank you. You know what I mean? And he's like, man, people don't do stuff like that. But you know what? I wasn't rich, man. My heart was to give back.
Right. Well, and that's where I got my idea from it, is because any clothes that I grew up with, like if anyone knows me, be it from 4th grade to 7th, 8th, 9th, I was wearing hand-me-down. I was hardcore wearing hand-me-downs. I almost got all my stuff from the shelter. My mom used to come home with a bag. It was a big black bag, and I used to peel it open, right? And keep in mind, I was in a house where I got a cousin who his mom lived there. I got another cousin who his dad lived there. I was a kid without a parent there. And to see this, it meant so much for me. So I'd break it open, and maybe I'd get a Nike sweats and maybe have a stain on it, but hey, I'm rocking Nike today. Or like I had some Adidas, or the best was that Tommy Hilfiger. Like I loved a good old Tommy Hilfiger sweater. And I took it. I was very grateful for it. Yeah. I was more than grateful because somebody chose to go out of their way, take these clothes off their back, and hand it off to someone they didn't even know. And for all they know, it took them doing that I'm out here talking about it, that could save somebody.
Exactly.
Yes. That is literally what life is about, is connections and doing things out of, I don't want to say the grace of, just willing to do good things.
Yeah.
Without getting anything in return.
Yeah.
Because that in itself is the return that this world may need.
Yeah, it's a give back.
It saved my life.
Yeah.
And same with food. I mean, if it weren't for the food shelter and such like that, I grew up like that. For anybody who doesn't know, like that's a living that I grew up with for sure. First of the month.
That's the thing. That's the thing and that's what I like. I like when you remind everybody where we came from. I mean, I was homeless too one time.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I've been there too, and I
know exactly the dream.
And I know the feeling of eating bananas the whole week. I remember eating tuna the whole month. And you know what? It's heavy on you, but but I was eating that. I remember being homeless too. But people seeing you driving a Mercedes-Benz now, it's a beautiful car. I'm telling you, say I have a beautiful car, but they don't know the road, man. They don't know that you have a hand-me-downs. They don't know that you have Tommy Hilfiger with stains. They didn't know that you walk from St. Cloud miles of miles, guys.
Yeah, miles
to
and
get
miles
to work because he didn't have a car. So when you see this guy, I want you to respect him because he had paid the price. He had paid a pavement to be where he's at right now. And thank you for having me on the show again, man. I appreciate it. Man,
thank you for coming
it's
out.
It's always a freaking blessing, man.
Yeah, of course, man. It means the world just to be able to do this for the people and everybody that's watching. I mean, it means the world for everybody. It goes far away. And now, I mean, we got another Zay show tuned in. We got JC Campos, Isaiah Williams. We just had another great show talking about some amazing topics. And we're going to keep doing it. Latin Evolution Radio is going to keep giving you the best that we got. We're going to be at all the best parties. We're going to be at all the events. Any sport event, tune in. We're covering it. Anything you need, we got it. And at this point, if we don't got it, you don't need it, okay? It's the Zay Show, baby, and I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And we'll be back next week. I got my special guest, Tello, and he's going to be back again. And thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you so much. Give everybody a like and share. And please comment, subscribe, do everything that you need to do. I need your guys' help, baby. We out.
Take care, fellas.
Take care. And ladies.
Was a good show, bro.
Behind the scene is Isaias right there. I got you on the live, bro. You gotta say what's up to the live. We're on the live still. Yeah, that's the man behind the scenes. He makes all the magic happen. Just want to say I appreciate it. And that's the guy to hit up for a house too. And this guy back here.